let's get this show on the road. In order to actually capture this, the game has already been started and is just sitting on another window, minimized at the moment. So hopefully this will work. Okay, that looks functional. I can hear the game still as well. That's great. Ooh. Okay, so there's the signal. Works. So, gas-powered games. Released this. Well, it was released in like 2002 or 2004, but the expansion, Legends of Aranna, which I believe are called Legions of Aranna. I'll do that. Fortunately, release this a little bit later. This is the latest version available on Steam. Not only that, we are using the expansion pack, which isn't normally available on Steam. Apparently it just broke at some point in the last however many years it's been on there. Had to download that manually, stick it in the game folder. Works perfectly, no problem. If you want to play it yourself, it's like $10. Good game. Anyway, we'll be starting a single player campaign. We're going to be playing on hard. Not only that, we will be playing the campaign Kingdom of Ebb, which is the original campaign. After we're done with that, we'll jump into Legends of Aranna. There's another campaign as well that I never knew existed. Might have been cut content, I don't know. Maybe we'll get to that. Anyway, get started. Start a new game. Immediately we create our character. Just realized I have left my fucking overlay on. Alright, this is off to a good start. I turned everything else. No, I didn't turn anything off. Well, fuck me. I can't tab out of this game while it's small like this, otherwise it just doesn't work. We can be male, we can be female, a lot of cool things you can do. The men will look a little bit weird. There is a way to make like an ice sky. I don't know how to do that. We're gonna try to recreate the girl. Is that the girl? Fuck, it's the wrong one. That'll do for the girl, and she's got green eyes. That's close enough. Pants and shirt don't really matter, they'll be covered up by armor. There's some leopard skin in here. We'll, yeah, you know what, fuck it, that looks ridiculous. We're gonna go for my usual female name. Alright, the Legends of Aranna campaign thing that we'll do later. Return to Arok, I believe this is cut content. We will play Kingdom of Ebb. I'll shut myself up, and... how the fuck am I gonna do this? I don't know, actually. Can I... When it loads, I might be able to tab out of the game and shut the overlay off. We'll see. Playing on hard. Okay, preparing world. Turn this overlay off. That's locking it. There we go. Okay, we'll tab back in. Hopefully this works because I can no longer see the stream. I'll sort that out in a bit. And I should.
A long time ago, on the continent of Aranna, the once magnificent empire of stars had crumbled into oblivion, paralyzed by its own power-hungry legions, and torn asunder by an ancient and merciless evil. But the 10th Legion, the dying empire's most valiant soldiers and most trusted, withdrew far to the west to a land called Ebb. seeking to preserve what their empire had lost. Here, in the rugged mountains and the rich valleys of their new home, they founded the Kingdom of End, a kingdom that has embraced peace and freedom for 300 years. But there was a price. Few now remember the evil that opposed them. Fewer still recall the dark sorceries cast to save them. And none could foretell that one humble farmer would stand between a vengeance from the past and the survival of the kingdom.
Attacking. I couldn't hold them back. You have long been my friend, but you can do nothing more for old Nork. Go to Stonebridge. Find Georg. If the Krug have elsewhere betrayed us, your bravery will be needed by the king. Go.
So quickly, I'm going to run back, try to fix up the... Oh, fuck. Alright. That goes over there, computer. You leave that over there where it belongs. Thank you. Fuck's sake. Okay, give me my controls back. Alright. It looks like it works. So, this is Dungeon Siege. Hopefully you can hear me over the music. I am actually going to turn that down because it is obnoxiously loud in my head. A couple of very interesting things about this game. Well, I wouldn't say very interesting. It doesn't use classes. It simply uses skills. I'll show you this. But this is our inventory. These are our skills: melee, range, nature magic, combat magic. We don't choose, as you can see, being a warrior, a ranger, or whatever. It's solely based on our skills in those particular... our levels in those particular skills. They're quite easy to get up. There are some, especially in the magics, items that are locked behind skills and you can't use them until you get there. But there's always a way to train. Unfortunately... I'm actually not sure. I can see it says Uber level 0 on it, which is a little bit odd. That's not usually there. It's possible in this particular version that I'm playing there is no level limit, but in my experience there used to be. So if you wanted to maximize your gains, you really had to focus on using one particular thing. Otherwise, why bother? We start off with a pair of boots. They're pretty terrible. They actually do nothing. And a knife. We can collect other weapons from around here. There is a dull pitchfork. There's also a shovel and a rake over here. Both terrible. The closest to damage... Where the fuck am I going? Oh, wow, that's really fast. Jeez. The closest to our knife, damage-wise, is the pitchfork. We do 32 damage per second, the pitchfork does 24. There's also a hoe that you saw us drop in the in-game cutscene there. Norik is dead, there's nothing we can do for him. Everything else though, quite simple. We have a fire shot scroll here. This would introduce us to combat magic. There's also a Krug here, who we will attack. As we are playing on hard, these guys shouldn't be able to kill us early on in the game, but fighting more than one at a time will result in our death. So there's not really much we can do about that. Getting some reasonable rolls as well Everything is randomly generated for the most part. The first Krug you kill, I think it is this guy, though I've never tried to kill anyone else, will always drop the combat, or the nature magic ability, Zap, and that fire shot will always be on the floor, but everything else random. This guy dropped a club for me last time. We're going to kill this guy. Despite him using a bone, he's going to drop us a bow. There you go, peasant short bow. To switch weapons, you can just use your hotkeys. Alternatively, you can just switch over to it. You can have 2 spells, as well as a melee weapon and a ranged weapon. You'll probably only, especially early on, you'll probably only focus on one weapon, unless you're like me and you want to train range and melee at the same time. And that's what we'll be doing. We will... Wow, that was a good drop early on. Fuck yeah. I usually don't get armor until I get into the town. Okay, well we're doing pretty good already. I would use the spells, but I do want a higher range skill for better accuracy and damage. Possibly nature magic. That nature magic is pretty good. Being able to heal and also resurrect. But at the same time, we can hire up to 8 party members. What the fuck is that sound? Okay. Yeah. There is something over there that we're going to deal with in a second. Plenty of enemies in this game. It's possible you already know a little bit about the Dungeon Siege universe. Jason Statham was in a movie called Tales of the King? Something or other. The Dungeon Siege Tales. Dungeon Siege story. It was not a very good movie. It was made by one of the worst directors of all time. No joke. And yeah, I'm not even sure he actually got the license to it. I'm not sure. He did get Jason Statham, so yeah, he's got that going for him. I want to kill this guy. He's quick. At the start of the game, especially with range, we will be retreating back quite a bit. I don't want to use this knife unless I really have to, and I probably won't have to. See them hiding. And we got a skill in range weapons. Got a Krug Scout who is able to run. Managed to get a hit off on me though. Tattered leathers aren't very good. Blunt dagger. Superior to our dagger. But we won't bother with it. Move back. Quite a few enemies here. I don't know how many health potions we have, but it's not enough. This campaign, is it worth playing on normal? Not really. It's quite straightforward until maybe 20-30 minutes in. Then it gets very difficult. But it's nothing that you can't handle, even if you play the game for the first time. A little dog thing over there, that's fine. Might have gotten a new bow. Got a new bow. Thankfully this game doesn't have ammunition. Ooh, that's a few of you. That's actually a bit of a worry. These guys do run away. I'm not sure what causes it, but they will. It's fine. We can handle all of this. Constantly looking down at this microphone because I'm never sure if I'm muted or not. Good microphone, but it scares me. There are some gremlins around. We won't be killing this gremlin. We will be killing the one that's hiding over here. Honestly, I might get nature magic just so I can heal myself a little better. What are you guys doing in that corner? Okay, here you come. There are some... Oh, hey. That's what's happening. That might sell, possibly. We do want to kill as many things as possible, as well as check out as many unusual paths as we can. There are a few, I wouldn't call them secrets, but I would say that they're places worth going, where you can find... Why did you stop attacking? I was gonna say, there is an AI system. We do have to control this character, but we don't need to control everyone. You can just set them to follow, and they'll do whatever they need to do. There are a couple of other options here. I'm hoping later on, when I think about using them, I'll be able to mouse over and just figure out what's happening. What the fuck is that? That's an ugly fucking thing. Snapper. Hey, they're just hiding in the water, apparently. That's great. Anytime. No reason to go this way. There might be another snapper in the water here. Yeah, there's one following us. These are Krug scavengers. There are Krug thugs. And there were two guys standing there. The Krug thugs, they're a little stronger. Ooh, hi. Got a common hammer. It's quite a nice weapon, actually. Especially this early on. I don't want to break these barrels. Gold is important. Not gonna question why she missed that, but it's fine. Stairs we go. There's a spell for magic armor here. There's also History of the Crypts. We're also gonna get attacked by the looks of it. Spotted him out the window and dispatched him as soon as we could. Get rid of you. Anytime. Come on, get up. Let's see. Thankfully... There we go. Can't see it, actually. Thankfully, there is a auto-retaliate, which is great. It'll only work if they actually attack us, not if they're in range. But it'll help, at least a little bit. Let's head out over this way. Grab a gold, take care of you. So we do have magic armor. As you can see, it requires nature magic level 3. Not a bad skill, but it's not very good. You may as well just invest into better armor. You do want to be careful. If you have played Diablo 2, I guess any RPG, there are mini bosses or what you could refer to as super uniques in this game. They are around, they are dangerous, and we will probably be meeting one soon. Scouts are running around. Alright, we should be able to pull one of them off their patrol path here. There we go. I pulled both of them, but it's fine. Still having some difficulty hitting us. Our armor is not bad for the moment. You were curious as well. This isn't a trap, right? You were curious. The grey bars, the light grey bars, are our experience towards the next level. Music suddenly ends as soon as we walk into this cave. If a track plays, there is a bear. What's he guarding? I'm not sure if he can one-shot me, but I'm pretty certain he is incredibly strong. So we'll just keep moving back. Just kiting him. He's walking back. Almost got him. Doesn't look like he wants to leave the cave. Understandable. Really don't want to get hit by him. Okay. Altan's Leathers. We got our first magic item. 10 defense compared to our 6, plus an extra 5 health, bringing us up to 54 from 49. Definitely worth doing that. That would have been very hard in melee. He probably would have killed us. Bit of gold in here as well. 32 stack, that's very impressive. Because this game is, unfortunately, I'd have to tab out of it. Can't actually see who's in the chat. I can only see users who are posting in the chat. So if you do want to say hi, or you're waiting for me to say hi to you, I can't see you unless you say something. Them's the rules. I can't change them. Taking a bit of damage here. Okay, so there is a super unique. This guy is always here. He is also a bastard, and I kind of don't want to deal with him because it's not really worth it. I'll clear up everything else so we can fall back in any direction. Big guy over here who's fallen to the crog. He took a pitchfork to them. Didn't work. Pitchfork. 64 damage. And a 10% chance to block. Worth 14 gold. We'll take it. Do not run down there. Fuck's sake. more scouts out that way. We have full health, and I would say quite a lot, but pretty much everyone will have this amount of health at this point if they've killed the bear. I kind of just want to pull these guys out. And then we can take this guy one-on-one. Hopefully we'll only take 2 attacks. We'll see. Alright, come here, you bastard. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Fuck. Where you going? Where you going? Attack him! Okay, it's not a problem. It's actually doing a lot less damage than I thought it would. Our dexterity attribute has been increased because we're using bow weapons. But a nice dagger deals 72 damage. We'll read this history of the crypts when we get back in town. Alright, let's be a bit wise around here. Don't want to tangle with him. He'll do a bit of damage, like from memory. Don't want to find out. Really, I'm surprised we can't. Okay, he didn't do that much. Never mind. Alright, we've got. Okay, we just pulled him, which is good. See if there's anything over in here. A dog. Done. Him and him. Another dead man. Hey. What the? Check out this house. Some Krug behind the house. Pull that out before it becomes a problem. Got the self potion. Few more mosquitoes around here, it's not an issue. I'm not sure why she chooses not to shoot sometimes. But that's her prerogative, she can do that if she wants. Okay. We'll head inside. Edgar.
I should have guessed you'd be cleaving your way to Stonebridge to find out what's got the Krug all stirred up. If you could spare a few minutes to help an old neighbour before you go, I've a favour to ask.
Yeah, sure. What is it?
When I realised the Krug were actually attacking us, I tried to get to the safety of my cellar, but they had a little welcome party waiting for me. If you need any supplies for the long trek to Stonebridge, and wouldn't mind clearing out the remaining Krug downstairs, you can help yourself to whatever you need from my stalls.
Consider it done. Alright, we have our... It's not really our first quest, but it is a quest nonetheless. We will be going down into this cellar. And, as you will find, we can just walk in. This game doesn't have instances. So we have some Krug down here. If you're going to die anywhere in this game, make sure it's no earlier than this. Because, yeah, this is one of those situations where you've never played the game before, you're not 100% certain how it works, or you're not familiar with all things you can do. This will piss you off. See ya. So, unless you saw this brick and that lever, you'll be stuck down there for a little bit. And they hurt. Hopefully, I'm trying to take one of them up with me. Because if they come up with me, then we're good. Okay, there we go. Nice. So, he came up with us. Very easy. We'll take care of the rest of these guys. They're just scouts, it's no problem. Yeah. All 4 of those guys converging on you at once. If you don't click on that lever, you might get hurt. It's usually not too bad. Now that went better than I expected. I got hit a couple of times, but didn't seem to take any damage. Secret, incredibly obvious secret. Give us a few more items, including the Leech Life combat spell. Barrel. Thank you. So I thought you could open this locker as well. My inventory is now full. Ooh. So, full inventory. Let us get rid of this bone. Grab a good dagger and we'll throw our shit one away. Tattered leathers are pretty average. Get this staff. Ah, okay, there we go. The staff is a good weapon, in my experience. You can get better ones. The staff is pretty good. Get out of here. Switch back to our main weapon. We've completed the quest. We don't have to return back to Edgar, but we'll say hi. He'll have something to say.
My thanks for clearing out the Krug. If they're coming after farmers in our own homes, I don't doubt you'll battle many more on your journey to Stonebridge. You'd best be on your way. Watch out for yourself, and don't worry about me. I've enough supplies in the cellar to keep me going until this blows over.
Very good. You stay safe, Edgar. My inventory is full. And a potion. You can keep that. I'm going to quickly end the recording, or the local recording, and bring it back up. And we take a moment, give us an opportunity to save as well. Nice and quick. Jump back over.